Live from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning, LaLa on Friday Feels. We have Ryan Alessi in the house. He is on Nickelodeon's All That. So you think you're all that?
Well, I mean, I try
answer
to
is
be.
yes.
I try to be.
You are all
You
that.
are all
Thank you. I
I mean,
appreciate
that
it.
show is iconic. I remember when I was your age, All That was all that. And for it to be rebooted, I'm so excited about it. Tell us about your experience in the show.
I mean, it's been really a fantastic experience. Everyone on set is just so kind. Keenan and Kel and all the original cast members always have the kindest words to say, and they help us along in the journey.
Love that.
Yeah.
So tell people who haven't seen the show the premise of the show.
So literally is the easiest way I can explain it. It's an SNL for kids. So it's tailor-made for kids, by kids, and you can watch it on Nickelodeon on Saturdays.
All right. I love
Did you watch it when you were growing up?
Well, the show ended the year I was born, so I never really got a chance to watch it.
Like I'm an old
Dating us
lady.
right now.
But I did, sometimes on T-Nick, they have Nick Rewind, so I did know about the show, but I never really watched any episodes. But when I auditioned for it, I watched some clips, and I pretty much have seen every single episode of the original All That by now, yeah.
Now that you're on the show, do you have any favorite moments, highlights?
I think I'd probably say when we were doing a scene, we were doing a Good Burger scene, and Kel had his wig on with his Ed wig on. He was going like, whoa. And he had a giant air pressure machine, and it was blowing wind so fast. And it blew wind so fast, and he pointed it towards his face that his wig completely fell off. And his reaction was just the best when the audience was going absolutely nuts. And he's like, I've been working here for 20 years, and I can't even believe you found out my secret. It was just, he's just a master of improv.
It was
Yeah.
so good. So you're a comedian. Tell us a little bit about your journey to landing such a great, spot. Tell us your journey in acting and a comedian.
Well, I started at Second City in Chicago, and I originally took classes there when I was 8, and I didn't do very well at it because I was 8, but I still loved it, and I started taking more classes, and I really started getting into the whole improv comedy thing. And I asked my mom one day, I was like, can I just go out to Hollywood and start acting? And she's like, sure, which is really amazing. And here I am now.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Go mom.
Yeah, she is.
What made you fall in love with acting in the first place? Do you remember?
Well, I think it was probably all the movies I used to watch. Like my mom always exposed me to really influential movies at a very young age. So like one of my first ever movies that I saw when I was super young is Forrest Gump. And that's a huge fan of Tom Hanks. And I think that's one of the people that inspired me to come out here and act. Tom Hanks is just so awesome. Yeah.
And now you're an inspiration to so many kids who want to pursue a career in entertainment and the arts. What advice do you have for them?
Well, auditioning is a really long and hard process sometimes. I would say that if you've been auditioning for a very long time, which I was, you should never give up. It may feel like there's so many no's and you don't want to do this anymore, but really it'll eventually happen because you keep going and you keep feeling it and you know this is your dream. It will really pan out for you. That's what I feel that people should do, and like people should know that when they're
How do you maintain that confidence and the faith that it'll work out? Is there something special that you do, or?
I think it's just, I tell myself that when there's a no, it's always, when one door closes, another one opens. So if there's one opportunity that passes me by, there's always another opportunity where I'll walk in the door. Like All That, for example, I was auditioning for other stuff and I didn't book it and I was so disappointed, and now I have this show. So
Love that.
So that's kind of a rule in improv, right?
Yes.
That you don't say no. You don't accept a no. You
Right.
work around
Yes,
it.
and.
Yes, and.
Well, you're clearly saying yes and to life right now. What's next for you? Any other projects you're working on?
Well, I would really like to do some drama stuff because I've always loved drama movies, and I don't know, I just want to show that I kind of have range in both. And in addition, I really love fashion stuff. Like usually when I wake up, in my morning routine, usually I wake up, I go on Instagram, just look at all the fashion stuff that I follow on Instagram. That's usually my number one thing. Yeah.
I wouldn't think that. So also I'm curious to know, because our topic of the day is, how you rejuvenate and stay loving, in the process of sometimes it's a grind, right?
Yeah.
What do you do?
When I ever am having stress with a script or something, I just tell myself, I take a couple deep breaths, or I'll do something that helps me calm down, like listen to music or go outside and enjoy nature, go for a walk. And then I'll just kind of decompress, because when I get a lot of stress, I'll get really flustered and I don't know what to do. So I'll just, I'll do something that really calms me down, and it usually works for me.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you figured out life already. So I don't know what there is to go from here.
He's all that.
Clearly.
I
Really
love
incredible.
that. Well, it's really inspiring, everything you're doing. And
Ryan, please tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey.
So you can find my show at Nickelodeon. Well, you can find my show on Nickelodeon on Saturdays, and you can. My Instagram is Ryan Alessi, Ryan Alessi.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Stay tuned back tomorrow. Good morning, all.